Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a game number 2 of the best of 7 between Jaedong playing as EG as the Zerg in the top right and ST Bomber as the Terran in the bottom left, or just Bomber. That's good enough. He doesn't care. Now ST is probably the team, but I don't know which team that is, so that's all good. Anyhow, yeah, we're just going to fast forward a little bit through this early game because, well, it is all the same. As long as people are producing workers, it is all the same. It is a 4-player map this time, so let's see if they actually know that they're spawning opposite each other apparently, because this Overlord is straight going to this expansion, so they do know that they're spawning cross positions. Which is very common in the Korean scene, well, in a lot of tournaments nowadays, because people do want to know that there's no, well, no randomness involved, and your scouting patterns are of course random. This Overlord is just here to scout for, well, random crap that is lying around. So whether or if you build a barracks close to a base, you want to see that, or well, if you expand, people want to see that that early on movement. That is why he sends that. So going for command center first. Once again, it worked out in game 1. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, you might want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Yeah, that's your own fault. I mean, if you don't watch them in chronological order, you might get spoiled. And there you go. So, first game, yeah, did go to Bomber. Already said that. And we are going to land this orbital command. And that means the Zerglings are just going to march in here. That is actually quite funny. Normally we see them stopped at any cost. But here they're just going to move in. They're going to get taken out. They're not going to see that much, except that there are 2 command centers out already. So, yeah, going straight for 2 command centers without having any army. Yeah, this is just the advantage of having a big distance between the two bases. And I guess Zerg is going to make sure that he is going to expand as well. No scouting yet from our Terran player, I believe. And that means that the Zerg player is completely uninterrupted. He should be able to do whatever he wants. Hopefully he will go for roaches this time, because that would put him in a much better spot. For now, however, just Zerglings. So yeah, he's not really building anything yet, Zerglings and Queens. But yeah, both of those are not really... yeah, they're not really available yet. So... he has like, what, nothing? I think he has no army at all yet. Yeah, you can see it there. No Zerglings, 4 Queens. And the Queens are not for fighting, because he just has 3 bases, and one of the Queens is going to stay doing this and spreading the creep like, well, only she can do, really. So yeah, we're going to see another base coming up. One of the Queens will probably move to that. And he is going to spread the creep even further with those creep tumors. The creep tumors are, of course, well, a very important tool in the Zerg toolbox. And yeah, look at that. Already connecting everything. So already connecting his bases with the creep. Excellently done. Of course, we expect nothing less. But look at how many creep tumors you can make with just 2 queens. So basically 1 queen extra from what you would need once you have your 3rd base up. But yeah, producing those early queens really helping out. And he is going to spread it even further. Of course, the advantage is that you get speed boosts and such. And that is just awesome. Also, it tends to draw out some scans from the Terran players, and scans are basically mules. So it costs them a little bit of income to get rid of them, and they are free for you. So creep tumors basically free. You only need to produce 1 queen, and that will be it. But yeah, we're going to produce a lot of bases here third base is already up and running, and that means a lot of barracks are allowed, because he did spend most of his early game on producing queens and drones, and that means that there is nothing going on in the way of harassing his opponent. And if you don't harass your Terran opponent, he's going to build quite a bit of defense. And yeah, here you can see it, just the bunker to prevent the run-in, and just going to build supply depots to wall this off. No problem at all. Tanks already out, siege mode already out, and we have, well, with the first Zergling poke, we already have this kind of an army out. So yeah, that's not going to poke anything at all. So yeah, the siege tanks are going to double here on top. You need to siege this, bro. Yeah, he is eventually going to do that, I'm sure. Because unsieged siege tanks not nearly as good, only do 15 damage instead of 35. Yeah, that's a big difference. So yeah, the Marines are no longer running with it. The medevac is going to yeah, attempt to drop. I don't know where he wants to go, but he is going to walk all the way or fly all the way around, run into this overlord, and probably retreat afterwards. Yep. There we go. He's not going to retreat though. He knows he is spotted. But he's going to fly over the creep, because the creep is already all the way up to here. And we're going to run into a lot of vision. Where is the army to stop this though? Is there army? Oh, there is army. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be picked up. No, it can't be picked up because the Mutalisks are going to wipe it out. Very nice, very nice. So he did drop and pick it back up, but this time did not escape the Mutalisks. And look at how far this creep has spread already. And creep is vision, so keep that in mind. Where there's creep, there is vision. And yeah, it's a big deal. Having this much vision as a pro player means that you can basically see whatever is going on the map. You can see drops incoming from a mile away. And yeah, he did get his blind spots with the overlords. So overlords, wherever he doesn't have vision. And yeah, that is the way it's supposed to be played. So great job, great job. I expected nothing less, of course. I mean, these are such good players that really, yeah, nothing they do is really, well, terrible. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It would have been very annoying to watch people make mistakes. Well, sometimes it's funny, but not if you're planning on seeing a nice game, basically. Because if one player just makes less mistakes than the other, then yeah, that's not really what you want. And are we going to be able to pick off this Zergling, this Terran army? Because he has a pretty big army here. It is going to come in, it's going to pick off most of this. And okay, the Banelings finally doing something. And yeah, getting some nice hits off. Lots of damage done, but yeah, look at the production. Oh my god. He's back again at the 15 Marines all the time. So he can produce 50 Marines at a time, apparently. But doesn't have the income yet to keep that up. So, or the APM, I don't know. Seems that he needs a little more income to actually maintain that. Oh, so many Baneling hits! He's losing so many Marines to those Banelings. However, the Widow Mines are doing a good job of just, well, doing the reverse effect. And getting, wow, look at those splits. But yeah, getting those Widow Mines is really good because they do splash damage on the Zerglings and the Banelings. And you can actually do very, very well with them. Of course, the thing is, if you run in one Zergling, it will take out the Widow Mine shot. And yeah, there's that. So the Zerglings and Mutalisks cleaning up for now, but more and more and more Marines are being produced. 15 now. He is back up to the 15, and look at that, the reinforcements have arrived. But yeah, everyone has been stimming, so everyone is about well, 45, oh sorry, 75% health, something like that, 45 health total. Yeah. It does cost 10, right? Yep. So, what are we doing here? The medevac's just a little bit out in front here. And they should be able to scout a little bit, but it's not actually necessary. And we do have an attack here. The banelings getting a one hit off, but I don't think they actually did too much. And yeah, of course you're going to scan that. So that is a good use of that. Only one worker killed in that. And yeah, a few low workers, but that is not really a problem. Let's see the units lost. And you can see, wow, losing so much. How did they lose so much? Is that really that bad to get those suicides in there? I guess the Widow Mines took out quite a few units, but it's also that, well, Terran is allowed here to just produce the cheapest units they can find and go up against much more expensive units, because Mutalisks cost 100, so 100 minerals, 100 gas, whereas the Marines, yeah, they just cost 50 minerals, that's it. They really don't cost anything, and you really shouldn't worry too much about losing them. Of course, the same goes for the Zerglings, but yeah, there haven't been a whole lot of Zerglings that have really done anything worth their money. And are we going to be able to take out this base? That would be really bad, obviously. We are going to come in with an army. The banelings not yet produced. They're still producing. And yeah, so many Marines on the ramp to prevent a run-in. Yep, there you go. Getting a base, and that is going to put the Zerg player so far behind. Jaedong not in a good spot. Bomber really making sure that he grabs that advantage from the advantage he had. And yeah, just making it bigger. Making sure that that his advantage grows over time. And here we have kind of a desperate attack, but it might actually work out. He is going to try at least to do something about these bases, but yeah, well, he does need to wipe out these SCVs then, because the base itself, yeah, that's going to go down. Oh, I didn't expect that. But the base itself is going to go down, but the SCVs kind of lived a little bit. A few of them at least lived. Yeah, they're not running anywhere at the moment. They are getting repaired though, which is good. Well, healed, I guess, by the medevacs. But so many well, bases go down here. Second base already down, and he is going for the chase of those drones, it seems. He knows the drones ran here or something like that, because he's trying to find them. So many drones in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, this it's a 2 versus 2 base well, challenge here, game. And I guess the Terran player just has such a big lead because of that. I don't know where it went wrong. I guess those early fights were not as good for the Zerg player as I thought they were. But yeah, not a whole lot you can do about that as a Zerg player with these units. You need to go for units that are better against the Marines. And of course, yeah, these guys really not helping. The Widow Mines are so good against the big chunks of, well, big groups of small units. And they are going to get some damage done, but not a lot. Yeah, they do seem to do damage to everyone. Okay. Didn't know that. So they do have friendly fire, basically. Anyhow, how are we doing here then? Yeah, some banelings burrowed here. They could actually just suicide into this group, but they're not going to, and now they're too late. And they're not even going to do... Oh, big baneling hit there! But yeah, it is already too late. As I said, Terran too far ahead with his 2 bases versus 2 bases, and really pulled it off quite nicely. He did make this one his second base, but could just mine so freely in that early game that he got all of his production up before the Zerg player actually came in to harass, and that is just, that's not how it goes. So it's 0-2 now. Jaedong 2 games behind, but it's a best of 7, so anything can still happen, and we have seen some pretty nice comebacks. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.